Okay, a very good afternoon and a welcome to everybody. This is the iCare About Earth Healthy Living Lifestyle Workshops. This is week number 4 out of our 6-week journey and get together. We have a great program for you today. I want to introduce Chef Estela in just a moment. My name is Stu Edelman. I'm your host and moderator. We have a program today where Chef Estela is going to introduce today's topics. We'll take a short break and then we will have the afternoon demo where she'll be showing you some unique recipes and information about a healthy living lifestyle and take Q&A at the end. So with that out of the way, let's get started. First, a disclaimer that the information or opinions in today's iCare Zoom workshop from Chef Estela or host Stu Edelman are not meant to diagnose or treat medical conditions and are not necessarily those of Catalyst Miami or Veganville TV. Medical decisions about nutrition and lifestyle should rely on licensed doctors, registered dietitians, and health care professionals. Chef Estela, the one and only, she is the coordinator and inventor of this healthy lifestyle. She has a varied background. She has a Master of Science degree from Florida International University. She's a retired educator. She's the author of Heavenly Eating, the lifestyle book with recipes to give you a healthy lifestyle education and great recipes for you to share with your loved ones. You can read the rest about her credentials. If you've listened to the other 3 workshops, please check them out on YouTube. This is the 4th. And now let me introduce today's program. Without further ado, please let us introduce Chef Estela.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Chef Estela, and thank you all for being here. This is our 4th week, so this is workshop number 4. And today I'm going to share what is live food, or also called living food. So after I show you all the recipes, I hope that you can do a whole week of eating only living food. So we're going to start now. Sharing. Thank you. Okay, so the topic is live food. And I want to remind you about in workshop number 3 that we talk about the microbiome. So all this is connected. Live food helps a lot with your microbiome. Mm-hmm. So the agenda for today. I want to remind you that Stu is here at 1:30, the waiting room. If you want to come a little bit earlier, I do so. We talk about workshop number 3 about the microbiome. Today, the topic is live food or living food. What is that? We're going to talk about photosynthesis, chlorophyll, hemoglobin, the pH balance, live food, how to prepare the live food, benefits of green sprouts, wheatgrass, sunflower greens. What is all that? You know, so when you hear that for the first time, it's like another language. Then we're going to have a short break, and then we're going to go to the food demo. So as today is all about live food, we're going to do the energy soup that is in the book, page 60 for lunch, the live food salad, always with the pate, with sauerkraut, and sunflower sprouts also, and pea sprout. You're going to see all that. For dinner, jicama Mexican rice and the pumpkin soup. Dessert, we don't have to forget that this is for children and for adults. All right, so we talk about dinner, and then for dessert and snack, blackberry brownie that is in the book, and a new recipe, how to make these pumpkin cookies for your neighbors, for your family, and for yourself too. So that is in the recipe in guide number 4. Then we will have a short break, and then we're going to do the Q&A. You are screen sharing, okay? Now, it doesn't go to the next page. It doesn't move.
Okay, you have to click with your mouse on the screen. And now hit the screen.
A lot of problem here now. Okay, now I have to click with the mouse. It's not with the, okay. All right, so here we are. What is photosynthesis? This is the process that we all depend. Sunlight, we depend from the light that comes from the sun. The plant gets its water and it absorbs the carbon dioxide and it gives out the oxygen. This is what we need. The air, good air with good oxygen, and then turns into the sugars that that we all need. So this process is very, very important. The pigment in the green pigment is due to the sunlight. All right, so this is very, very important, and we know that we talk about the phytochemicals. So green color is one of the phytochemicals and nutrients that come from plant-based. So they obtain their food from the soil and directly from the sun. We depend on the sunshine. And chlorophyll, the pigment that we find in all plants and algae, the more chlorophyll, this is what is going to help you with the intestinal flora and give you an 80% of good bacteria. Okay, we talk about that, but it's very important to remember. If you see what is the similarity, they are the molecules of the chlorophyll and the hemoglobin or blood is exactly the same. What is different? Look in the center, the nucleus. This is the only difference. So chlorophyll, its center or nucleus is the magnesium and the hemoglobin is iron. So this is how important to show you it is to eat greens and especially leafy greens. We also talk the pH balance. How are you going to keep having a good health? So by the 7 is neutral, the pH, that number. And so 6, it shows you between 6 and 7, you should eat food that help you with this healthy pH balance. We know that, look at the acidic, okay, so all the animal food and is extremely acid, so you really want to eat a lot of fruits of vegetables to counteract the acidity. And also that this, I like that, you know, an acidic body, an alkaline body, and why we need to have it more alkaline and not acidic, because our blood is mildly alkaline, is 7.365, 7.3. So this is how you are going to keep your body healthy, just between 6 and 7 of keeping and eating more fruits and vegetables. So they recommend, doctors, many doctors, the pH Miracle, the book, The pH Miracle, Dr. Robert Young, and others recommend to eat approximately 7 to 80% of alkaline food and 20 to 30 to acidic food. So there should be a balance always, okay? So we see that all the fruits and vegetables, and especially the raw, we call living food, live food, is alkaline. The cooked food, it has to be cooked at its right temperature also too. So it cannot be overcooked. So there you have your part of acidic food and others animal-based food that you may eat. So it's very, very important to try to get, I know 70 or 80, it is too much, but you can start with equal probably, or a little bit more, 20 of acidic food and 30 of alkaline food, and you are going to start increasing slowly, and this is what is going to help you. And let's go with the next one. So what is live food? Live food, or another term also called living food, is, as it says, it's just natural food that come directly from the land, and cooked vegetables, fruits, seeds, grains, sprout, leafy green, sea vegetables, all organically grown. They are rich in enzymes and biophotons. Photons is the unit of light. Remember, we have the miracle of the sunlight. The sunlight, it gives the light. So we have with us, the more live food or living food we eat, the better for us. So it's alkalizing. It provides oxygen, very important, live food or living food, to the cells. Also, you have all the minerals and vitamins and phytonutrients that you may need. How are you going to prepare live food? There are many ways to prepare. Soak, we already talked about that, to soak your nuts and seeds. Blend, we talked about the green smoothie. Today we're going to do the energy soup to see how to use a blender. So if you have problem for digestion, or if you're having some dental work done, blending salads is, or blending the legumes, it is the most alkalizing and soft food that you can eat. Ferment, we talk about ferment, and today I'm going to show you how to sprout. And another way is just to massage, okay? To massage your greens, marinate. And people who follow a living food or a live food exclusively, they use the dehydrator. It's similar to the oven, but it is the dehydrator. It goes up to 119. So below that, 115 up to 119. If you just look in the oven starts with 200. So this is something that some of you may want to consider, to buy a dehydrator also, that dehydrate the food, and it has a different texture, and you can keep it for 6 months, how you can store food dehydrated. So what tools we use? Very basic, the blender, a food processor, juicer for wheatgrass. We're going to talk about the miracle, what wheatgrass give you, that it is the sprout of a special type of seed, and the dehydrator, and you can use the spiralizer to make your own pasta with out of zucchini and other vegetables. And even though now they shall sell them already spiralized for you, many, many vegetables. All right, let's go with the next one. Greens, greens. According to botany, leafy greens are in a different category from the other vegetables. They belong to the leaves and blossom group. And here you have some of this leafy green. Here you have, on the left, you have collard. In the center, you have kale. On the right side, you have spinach. So it's also good to rotate every 3 days your greens. And leafy green are very important. You can steam them, you can massage them. So they are very, very good. Just saute with water or with any other liquid. Okay, so that I will show next class how you're going to saute with water or any other liquid instead of oil. So which are the benefits of these leafy greens? They provide protein in the form of individual amino acid, and these amino acids are easy to digest. You have a lot of protein that people don't know. Where do you get your protein? From leafy greens, from sprouts, vegetables, and fruits. Mostly for greens and from sprouts. They also have that fiber, soluble fiber, fruits, beets, oat, bran, chia gel, increases the volume, bulk in the colon. That's why that we studied chia. It's just a great that you can add to your diet, and it helps you to feel satiated for a longer period of time. And it doesn't raise your blood sugar. Sprouts, okay. So what are sprouts? So they are considered, call them superfood. They are tiny, easy to digest plants, and that they are at the peak of their nutritional value. They are biogenic, means that they are alive. So they have that energy. Most people say, I don't have any energy after I eat all the cooked food. So this one have the energy. The living food, the live food, they have all that energy that only you are going to find from sprouts or leafy greens, from live food. So they transfer that energy to you. So that is the meaning of biogenic. They are alive. They have the living enzymes, proteins, vitamins, mineral, very important, vitamin C. They regenerate your body cells and tissues. And they germinate, you can, which are the type of sprouts or seeds or nuts that you can germinate or sprout: seeds, grains, nuts, and beans. And here I show you two methods. On the right, you have the jar method, in which you place in a wide mouth glass jar your seeds. Then I'm going to show the process during the food demo. You just soak them overnight, then you rinse them, and in 20 hours to 2 days, you have the beans are very easy. These beans are very easy to have them just ready with all the life force in there. So the other easy way is just to do in trays. So you buy the special soil, you put the soil in there, you have to sprout first for 24 hours to 48 hours, the seeds, and then you just place them on top of the soil. For the first 2-3 days, you need to cover, or you put another tray on top, and you need to water twice a day or 1 time a day. By the 3rd day, you can take out the tray on the top, because as you see, it start to grow. It's just telling you, I don't need this other covering. So, and then you keep on watering, and then by the 4th day, you just put them outside in the sun, and it's going to get the green color, the green pigment. This process of the tray is a little bit more complicated, and it takes 7 days only, but it takes only 7 days. So that is up to you, but at least I'm going to show you in an easy way how you can sprout your seeds, grains, and nuts. And the other one that I'm going to show you then, the sunflower sprouts or the pea sprouts, you can buy them from Glacier Organic Farm at the beginning until you learn, if you want to learn to sprout using the tray method. Wow, where do you have all these proteins? So the mung bean have a 27% of protein, lentils 26%, the sunflower greens 27%, the pea sprout 23%, and alfalfa sprout 35%. So this is just to give you an idea that sprouts have the most availability of proteins digestible that you can eat and you can start incorporating. Probably you can put them as part of the energy soup, because sometimes, or you can start with one small teaspoon and add it and chew very, very well. Or else you can make the energy soup or smoothie. I made the difference. So, so you can have this valuable nutrient. And your body, you don't need a lot of that, of these seeds. Very important, wheatgrass. If you want to grow wheatgrass, just like look the grass that you have in your backyard, okay, it comes from a very type of seed, a very special, it's called hard or red wheat seed, of course, always organic. If the seed is not organic, it's not going to sprout. And sometimes it happened that I bought sprouts that are organic, but they don't sprout. So it's always try to find out or try to find the one that are sproutable. And Glacier Organic Farm that here in Homestead, then I think that we gave you the phone number. We can give it to you again. That you can purchase in there. You can place an order on the phone. So it is, this one takes from 7 days with the tray methods. It takes 7 to 10 days. It has to be a cool temperature. You can do it in your own living room, but make sure that that you have an air conditioning that it keeps cool. It's more or less at 70 degrees, 70, 75. I want to introduce you to the name of Dr. Ann Wigmore, because just thanks to her research, she made a research with all the grasses, barley and any other grasses, and find out that the wheat grass, that the sprout that you get from the hard or red wheat seed is the one that gives the most chlorophyll. That's why that it is very popular. 70% of chlorophyll and approximately 25% of protein. It's liquid oxygen. It's a blood cleanser. It has, it is one of the most complete food. It has 17 amino acids. Remember that from the 17, there are 8 that are considered essential. And this, you obtain them from food, from good food, organic food that doesn't have chemicals. So, and how are you going to take that? You cannot take 8 ounces. It's very, very strong. And people start with 1 ounce of shot that they call, or they recommend 2 ounces. So in 1 ounce of shot that you can start, it has 1 ounce only. It has 130 different vitamins and nutrients, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, beta carotene, and all the B's, complex, the different 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and also B12. Remember that the B12 you obtain from the ground. So when you sprout this and you leave this little bit of the soil, this is the best way to get your B12. Here we have live food or living food. Oh, what is all this grass? It's not from your backyard. It is the sprout from the organic seed of wheat. And we said it takes approximately like 7 to 10 days. And it's very, very, it is the most healing food that you can start. Then we have the sunflower greens. So the sunflower, it's just this, it has a hard black shell, like the one that you buy for the birds. But this is especially for sprouting. But many people already sprouted from the one that you can buy for the birds. I don't know. Now you have to check if they sprout or not. And when they open, this one takes also 7 days. The sunflower greens takes approximately 7 to 10 days. That's why I said that at the beginning, you can buy them from Glacier Organic Farm, that I know that how they just sprout in a very special way. And also they have tours. Also you can visit and take your family and especially children to see a farm that is very close in Homestead. And they have tours to show you how they prepare their live food and how they sprout and all that. So here we have this institute. If you never heard it is just, we are so proud as Floridians because this is in West Palm Beach. This institute has been recognized globally and people from all over the world come to this institute. Who started this institute? Dr. Ann Wigmore. Here you see, she was the one who found out about the wheatgrass, that is the one that has the most chlorophyll, so that's why, and how she sprouted for so many, and help, and she had 2 or 3 institutes, and she studied this institute. She passed away, but she passed all this information to Dr. Brian Clement and Anna Marie Clement. So they are the directors of this institute. They have also classes that you can learn how to sprout, and you can have a special celebration in there also too. And here I want to show you, it is in West Palm Beach, and anybody you can call, and there are days that they have free tours. Also, you can eat in there, and everything that they have, all the food that they have mostly is based on sprouts. Different type of sprouts, and living food or live food, wheatgrass juice, also sunflower juice, all right, that's made from the, so this is all about live food today. And now we are going to take a break of 5 minutes, and we are going to go to show you in the food demo, starting with the breakfast, the energy soup. So please just, if you have your book, you have the pages in there, you can have them ready so you can follow the food demo. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chef Estela. And if this really stimulated some of your thinking, this is new information for a lot of us. And if you've never heard of this before, you'll be real excited to see on the other side of the break the food demo with sprouting and other recipes that Chef Estela is going to be sharing. So stay with us. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, I'm back. I'm very happy that you are here for this session. And I want to have an apology to all of you with all the inconvenience that we have with technology, but we are still here. This is what is the most important. And thank you, Stu and Vegan Man, to help me with that. All right, so let's just go with breakfast. Okay. So if you want to start with live food, you can make your energy soup. Very simple. Instead of 3 cups of water, you can use 2 cups of filtered water. These are the ingredients that we're having now. These are the sunflower sprouts. Get them with the hand. I want to show you. All that tail, this is the life force. This is when they are sprouting. These are the mung beans. So we have the mung beans, or you can use the lentil also. Here are the lentils, and here is the sprouted lentils that you sprout in water. The one that take 7 days, I need a sunflower sprouts, please. Yes. So these are the sunflower sprouts. So I want to show you, right? It takes 7 days, and this one go on in the tray, but you can buy them to start with. Then we have the pea sprouts. This one also takes 7 days on a tray. So these are how they come out after 7 to 8 days. What other important ingredients we have in here? We have dulse, that this is from the sea dulse, from the sea vegetables, the ocean, okay? It is salty. So instead of salt, you can use that one. And then we have the leafy greens, okay? So here we have the leafy greens that you're going to use. If you want, you can use also a granny apple that is not sweet, or a red apple. Avocado, half of an avocado, just to give the fat that you need. And this is the ingredients that you have for the energy soup. But before starting with the energy soup to drink, I have that also, and you can check in the back of the book, the last chapter, talk about there are two menus. One is about live food, and the other menu is to combine live food with, or living food with cooked food. And you start with water. The first thing that you need to do early in the morning is to drink water. 2 cups, and then you can increase to 3 cups of water with a little bit of lemon, and you can also include some, a little bit of just a pinch of cayenne, or a pinch of, if this is too strong, you can put ginger also, ginger powder. After you drink your water, so break fast. You are going to break the fast that you didn't eat for 8 hours, at least. You didn't eat during all that time. So this is the time that you have, that the body needs to cleanse, to repair. So you have your water, and after you have your water, you are going to have, if you decide to do, this is the wheatgrass. Okay. How is already, you can purchase, and I want to show you. This is the sprout of the red wheat seed, okay? And this is how it looks. But remember, this is the sprout of the red wheat seed, or hard wheat that is called. Takes approximately 7 to 8 days. You place this one. Human beings cannot chew this, but the juice, yes. So you need a special juicer for wheatgrass. After you juice that, as I said, you can start. So you can buy that, and I want to show you, fresh, and it has a lot of nutrients. So then you put, and this is what is called a shot. This is 1 ounce. You can start with 1 ounce of this medicine, very strong medicine, wheatgrass shot, 1 ounce. If you cannot, you decided not to have that, it's a lot of work, then the next would be to have the powder of organic wheatgrass, and it doesn't have any other elements in here. So this is very important, the powder. So this is a very, I don't sell brands, but it has, you need to see that has only wheatgrass with water. It's not with juice, and it's not, so you have in here, there is a scoop, okay? And then you can have that. So these are the main ingredients. Now for the soup, it says here, instead of 3 cups, I place 2 cups. It's not, it becomes very watery, but it depends. If you want this a little bit thicker, so you use 2 cups. It's not 3 cups. And then you are going to add a 1/4 cup of sprouted lentils, or lentils, sprouted lentils, or sprouted mung beans. That's why it's called energy soup. Then you can use a quarter cup of the sunflower seed sprouted or the pea sprouts, either way, or one or the other. Then you have the dulse powder, 1 cup of the leafy greens, and the Granny Smith apple or the other red apple. If you feel that you still need that, half an avocado. And this is the consistency that, can you please bring me a spoon? So just yes, thank you. So here is the consistency that you are going to have for your, yes, for your energy soup, 8 ounces. 8 ounces to start with. Very strong. And this is going to be your breakfast. So you are going to feel satiated until lunchtime. If you really need to eat in between, just try to have cucumbers, cut out cucumbers or celery or carrots. These are the best snacks that you can have. All right, so what do we need from here? Okay, we need just to go to lunch. So for lunch, for lunch, we're going to need these sprouts. All these sprouts we're going to use for lunch. Yes, and this. Okay. So for lunch, if you can bring me, we have the live food. Why it's called live food or living food? Because I'm going to use all these sprouts in the salad, okay? And half of the red onion, yes, sure, thank you. Here we have, can I have the white container, please? Yes. And now we are with lunch. Okay, that is going to be the final product. Okay. Can you please also bring me the pate, the beef pate? So we are going to have the salad with the beef pate. Okay. Yes, the beef pate made with beets. Okay. And we have the fermented food. We have that I showed you last, yes, bring these 3. This time I shall get from Laura this sauerkraut from cabbage, okay, purple cabbage. So this one we're going to add in the salad. And we have no salt seasoning, okay, organic no salt seasoning. But remember, before you start your lunch, here you have your liquid, fermented liquid, cabbage rejuvelat, just half a cup. So this is going to be all your week with live food, or you can have also that I showed last time, the beet kvass, that is also fermented from Laura. She's a fermenter, she's a professional fermenter, and is a person that I can recommend. So let's go now with the live food salad. We have a quarter cup of the mung bean sprouts that are this one. I'm going to place them here in the bowl. I'm going to start placing. It's already measured. A quarter cup of the sprouted lentils that is already measured here in the bowl. So we can have that, please, this one. Then it has half a cup of sunflower greens. Here are the sunflower greens. I'm going to place them in here, okay. Half a cup of the red onion. Can you bring me another spoon, please? Here I come. This is how the salad is coming, not ready yet. We have, instead of the cherry tomatoes, you know, we can add some of this tomato, or in this case, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of the, or 1 tablespoon of the cabbage. If you don't have that, this is the best thing that you can have that in your salad always, all right? So here we have, adding this is going to give a better, beautiful color. Mixing this one. If you want to add salt, so we have a sprouted mung bean, we have a sprouted lentil, we have also the leafy green or sunflower greens, red onion, and we can put some of the leafy green, whether it doesn't say, but we can add that also some of the leafy green in here. But it's also good to see the sprouted. This is what is important. Okay, we put this one in a dish. Okay, so we just mix it. This is what I'm doing now. I'm going to put that one. You can tell that, yes. I'm going to show now the final product. One. Here we have this one. We already added that. All that one is. And here I'm making this beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit more. I like this color. Okay. And can you please bring me the cooked beets and the tahini? So this is a great salad that I have in here. It's moist because it has the sunflower. It has the pepper cabbage, sauerkraut. That is good for your microbiome. We talk about that. Okay. So this is how it's looking, but it's not yet complete. So now we're going to see the pate. We always have a pate. So here, okay. So that one. This is your beet pate. How do you make this one? We have the recipe. Can you please bring me the cooked beets? The cooked beets. Oh, they are in here, thank you, yes. So you can, these are organic cooked beets. Okay, so to make the beet pate, you put that in a blender. If not, you can cook them, but these are organic. We can use Italian seasoning. But why it has all that color? Because now I'm going to put the tahini butter, right? 2 tablespoons of this tahini butter. We don't use oil, right? So this is the beautiful color that you are going to have in here. Can you bring a little bit more of the sunflower sprouts, please? We want a little bit more of the sunflower sprouts. And I want to show you, yes. Thank you. These are the sunflower sprouts. How I bought them from Glazer, ready. And I have that. They are already washed. I'm going to add a little bit more in here. They are very tender and mild, because this is the sunflower. Today we have the sunflower. Emphasis on my food. I'm going to use a little bit more of this one on the side. And now I'm going to use a tablespoon. No? Can you bring me another? Thank you. A tablespoon that I'm going to use, and I'm going to close it on top. You can have up to 2 tablespoons. It has tahini. It has the good fat from the sesame seed. And here we are. Let's see how it look like now. And here it is. Beautiful, lightful salad with a beet pate. Very simple. And this one, you can have that beet pate for 3-4 days. It will stay very well in the refrigerator. Lunch, done. Thank you. Carlos? Good. Thank you. So now, yes, you can take all this, please. So we have the light food.
I think, Estela, that was great. I think people are thinking, could I do something like that? Or I can do something like that. What do you think? You think people believe in themselves? Do they see any value to this? What do you think?
If you see, all these are from my book. All of you have the book, the beet pate. They are only like 2 or 3 ingredients. My ingredients, they are not more than 5. You can choose 1 or 2 and start doing it. It's going to come all right. If not, you can call me. Yes. Then we're going to take a photo then for the final product. Yes, all this.
What happens if they put in a larger proportion of the mung bean sprouts instead of the other ones? What is it going to ruin the recipe?
No. I think that to start with, because you are not used to that, I always recommend a quarter or half. Then after that, you can have more. But at the beginning, to get used to, that's this one, and you need to chew very, 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 very well and be happy. We're going to see mindful eating also too. An exercise we're going to do then in the final to see how you have that. Good. Now we are going to go to dinner. Jicama. Yes, can you please bring me the jicama? Jicama, Mexican rice, the food processor too. And what is jicama? This is at the end. Okay, I need ingredients now. I need jicama here. I need a tomato. This we're going to make a tomato dressing also too. So jicama is the first ingredient. Can you bring me the other 2 when it is cooked? The jicama on the side, the jicama rice on the other 2, yes. So this is the tomato. The tomato, the sun-dried tomato, and the dates. Okay, so let's go first to make the rice. Here, thank you. So this is how the jicama look like. It is a root vegetable. When you peel it, you can find in any store, all the Hispanic store, they have them. They eat this a lot in Mexico, and really they come from Mexico. They are very healthy. They have very low sugar. So this is one of the thing that you can have. It doesn't raise your blood sugar. And when you peel them, it is like an apple. It is like a runny apple, and it's sweet, but not so sweet. It is mildly sweet. It's very tender. You can cut it and make a salad with that. But this time they say we're going to make the famous Mexican rice. How do you make the Mexican rice? It has peas, it has the white rice. So this one really look like white rice. How you are going to get this consistency? It's very watery, okay? So in order to get that consistency, so make sure that this is what you are going to use. This is the top of a food processor. You take out the S blade and you place this device in there, and then this is the disc, the shredding disc that you're going to use. So make sure that you don't water a lot, because if not, it's going to be very watery. But if it is very watery, you just take out the water, and then you can have this consistency, okay? So this is how it looked like. Oh, what is this, you know? This is when you peel it. And even though then we're going to make also fries. Also, you make fry with this one directly. And you pass them through here, and you have your Mexican rice, okay? So here is the consistency. This is like white rice. You can tell your family and all that. Today we're going to have that, okay? And this is for the Mexican rice. That one also will come with the dressing, the tomato dressing in the blender. You can use sweet cherry tomato if you have it. If not, you can use this tomato. 2 cups, no water. 4 to 6 ounces of, these are sun-dried tomatoes. They are sun-dried already. You can purchase those when you don't need a lot. Even if you need tomato because they're going to be scarce, so a shortage. So you have also your dehydrated tomato. And of course, we don't use sugar. Most of the tomato sauce, they have sugar and they have oil. So we are going to use dates. I know some, and I had that at school, the children didn't know what dates were. This is, and they are sweet. The best sweetener that you can have are these dates. So I put dates, and they are really, it just come out. Yes, can you please bring me the final? And I'm going to need a spoon also, a spoon. The tomatoes also. So we have the jicama Mexican rice, the tomato, please. Here on the left, it's here. Oh, it looks dark. So here we have, because of the sun-dried tomato, you know, we have this color. And it's sweet. So this is the consistency, right? You just put in here in your dish. If you want, you can put another one in there, you know. You can put it in there. This. And the onion, the green peas, and the tomato. So this is your final dish, how the jicama Mexican rice with tomato dressing, that you have all the ingredients and the directions in my ebook. Thank you. Here we are with dinner now. Right, thank you. It's pumpkin time now. So that's why that now we need to make something with pumpkin. Okay, so I have the pumpkin soup now. The pumpkin soup, yes. Okay, yes, bring me the soup, the ingredient for the pumpkin soup. We have the pumpkin, yes. We have the pumpkin, here is the pumpkin, then you can cut it and roast it, or else you can use the can. There is a can that is organic of pumpkin also that you can use. Maybe that is easier. You can have the pumpkin, okay. Yeah, we have the vegetable broth. Thank you. So here we have the vegetable broth. Thank you. So here is the vegetable broth, the low sodium. It's very, very important. And look at that, the sodium level. We have pumpkin, or you can use the pumpkin, the can. And I like to roast. When you roast them, they are sweeter. So, and then these are sweet potato, already roasted. Instead of boiling, and you put a little bit of water in a Pyrex container and you roast them. And they become sweeter. And then you add the 1 can of the pumpkin, the can, or if you want some of this one that you already roasted and you have the pumpkin puree, you just put in the blender. Here are the directions. This is a recipe from, if I have a spoon, please, and I have also from Chef Christie. Chef Christie is originally from Colombia, and she has a Chef Christie Cafe in Pompano. I just need also the, yes, that one, yes, the almond. The almond, and I just need also a dish for the soup, okay? The small dish for the soup. And as I say, Chef Christie has a cafe, and she devoted her life in making all these live food recipes. And you can also just check online, and she also was able to make a special cheesecake and cinnamon rolls, all from raw food, live food, dates, no oils, and she had them at, she was able to place her own dishes, these 2 very important desserts at Whole Food. That is not easy. So this recipe is hers. So what I did, if you were here on page 92, I, instead of half a pound, I use 1 can. If you can get me the can of that is with the dessert of the pumpkin, okay? Or, as I said, you can roast the pumpkin and make a puree from that one. Place it with 2 cups of water. Here it says 3 cups of water, okay? So you can use this one, or you can use the one that you roast yourself. And also we are going to add 1 carrot and 1 cup of sweet potato. Okay, so this is the one that I use. And at the end, we're going to have a dollop of this is, it is almond yogurt. It's vanilla and sweetened almond yogurt. So this is the very Full fat, Jeff, low battery. Jeff, I don't see myself. There is a low battery in here. Okay, I don't know what is that. Low battery. I don't know if you can see me or can you hear me? At least if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you right now.
If you can hear me, okay, because it says that. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare the soup, okay? The consistency of the soup. And I'm going to use a dollop of coconut yogurt. There's also a coconut yogurt, but coconut yogurt, it has a lot of much more fat, and you don't want to use a lot of fat. So the almond also has, you know, that one. And here we are with the soup.
Okay. Yeah,
now, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me, Estela?
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't know if the people can hear me.
We can hear you right now. We can hear you perfectly, but the video is off.
I know, because the battery is low, and he's going to go and get something, you know. So meanwhile, I am preparing.
There you go.
In a container, okay. I am preparing the soup. I am placing the soup. This is the consistency of the soup. It has to be thick. And can you bring me the pumpkin pie spice? I use the pumpkin pie spice, just, and I also, and the organic no salt seasoning. This one has all the seasoning, and you don't need salt, okay? The organic no salt seasoning. So here is the soup, Chef Christie soup. Of course, I said that I'm going to repeat again. I use 1 can of this one, or we cut this one, we roast it, and 1.5 cups. The sweet potato, 1 cup, and only 1 carrot. A little bit pinch of the Himalayan salt, the pumpkin pie spice, and this one has all the spices. It's not hot, but it's spicy, a little bit spicy. So it is a great blend. And then, can I have another spoon, please? Yes. And here is, I wanted to show, you know, you can do a lot of things in this one. You can make desserts. This is your almond yogurt, and we're going to put in the center a dollop of this. And here you have Chef Christie. Of course, I made some there. And there you have your soup. Yeah, your pumpkin soup. All right, so thank you. Even there, so then we can take photo. And now we're going to go with dessert. This is for dessert. This one you can take with you. And what do we have for dessert? We have the black bear brownies. For the black bear brownies, if you can bring me the last, the final brownies that we made, okay. Here you have the final product. How you made this great whole food, sweet brownies. So you just have 1 can of unsalted black beans. I'm going with the recipe. 1 cup of dates. You add a little bit of water, coconut flour, coconut nectar. Can you please bring me the coconut nectar, please? The coconut nectar is a very good sweetener. It is low glycemic. So you don't need a lot, and it is whole food, it's not processed. So this is what I want to, if this is a new product for you, it's called coconut nectar, it's low glycemic, and it comes directly from the coconut tree sap nectar. So it is great to use 1 teaspoon. It's very sweet and you don't need the other processed food. Then you have the chia gel. Here I put cocoa powder. Cocoa powder is bitter. So that's why I put, if you want cocoa powder, you can mix it with wild mesquite that we talked about, or with carrot. So, and then vanilla extra. And can you please bring me the chocolates, that they are in there? Yes. The chocolate, yes. And so for the chocolates, you can use Enjoy Life, that is free from all the 7 major allergens, okay, that you may have. And here you have, these are lilies. Lilies are vegan and they are sweetened with stevia, right? So it is, and they taste very good. So here you have, these are lilies chocolate, that they are sweetened with stevia. Or else you can get the other one. Can you bring me another small container? Any container? And here we have our final product. Okay, yes. Right, thank you. Then I'm going to eat those one myself. So here you have 1 piece made with coconut flour and all those ingredients. Here are all the directions that you have. And for topping, you just use these chocolates who are vegan, and they are sweetened with stevia, or the other one. Here we have another great little piece, you know, how it looks, and you can eat yourself. When you eat one of these one, 2 it would be, and you cut them small, see? With the recipe, you can make 20 to 24. They come out 20 to 24. And there you have one of your dessert or snack. If you want, you can put a little dollop of the almond also, of the almond yogurt. And now we have the pumpkin cookies. Yes. Can you please bring me the, for the pumpkin cookies, that is not the recipe. It is, it's not in the book, but it is in the guide that you have. Can you bring me the oats, please? And you just, these are made very easily with oats, okay? So remember that the oats, they need to be organic because of the cross-contamination. The conventional, some people start having a lot of problems, or they are organic, or they are what they call non-GMO. So that's mean a group of company that they got together and they have a special certification. They are not genetically modified. So that's why we try to use all these ingredients that they are good for your body, for your microbiome. You feel happy because food make you sad or make you happy. So we talk about that, how live food and the research make you feel happier. And you have cinnamon, ginger, and I didn't put oat bran. When I went and look at the oat bran is conventional. And if you have any problem with allergy, you cannot use that. It was too moist, so I put some ground flaxseed, just a little bit, and then in the oven, a little bit of turmeric, vanilla extra. Here are the dry ingredients, the wet ingredients, the sunflower seed butter. Okay, I put a little bit of that one. Coconut nectar, and in this case, the lilies. And I think that this is it is in Facebook, in Beyond Heavenly Eating Club, that please, everybody, if you haven't asked to be my friend, you can go there. Beyond Heavenly Eating Club Facebook group. And Rosa, I want to thank Rosa because Rosa made recipes and she post them over there. So I really want to thank you. And you can post any of your, if you see, let's see, like they see, I made the eyes, I made the nose and the mouth. Okay, so here is how they look like, and you can also see them. That's fine. You can also see them. So here is the rollouts that we use. And I use this one, organic pumpkin puree. I put the pumpkin pie spice, of course, cinnamon, ginger, a little bit of turmeric. Yes, you can take all this one, please. Thank you. This one you can take. So here you have, I just put that, with the face. And here you have your pumpkin cookies ready for Halloween, for your trick-or-treaters, your neighbors, your family, your children, that this is a great dessert snack. And you can have it also and make like a dessert with the almond, yogurt. So thank you. And I hope that you have a great Halloween, and we start pumpkin, all right, pumpkin season. And I hope you can make the pumpkin soup. And you can make this also pumpkin cookies. And any other thing, we have different type of pumpkin. I want to show you, this is the type of pumpkin. This is called delicata pumpkin, okay. So this is called nut squash, and you can cut them and place them directly in the oven. These are sweet. And this is the acorn squash. You can have all these, it is the time for different to make, and you can make a whole tray of baked or roasted vegetables, pumpkin. So that is all that I have to show you. And now I'm going to answer your question. In a few minutes, I'm ready to answer the question, okay? In 5 minutes, or just in 2-3 minutes. Let's clear this thing in here, okay? I think that I'm going to be here.
I'm going to request questions from everybody. If you'd like to put them in the chat, or you want to raise your hand, I'll let you ask Chef Estela directly. Are you open to the possibilities of preparing this? That's what you have to ask yourself. This is great information. New information gives you new possibilities. And if your goal is to enhance your health and well-being, if it's to try new foods to put you on track to maybe feeling better and doing what's good for you and your loved ones, once you take on these recipes, you can commend yourself that you're doing something beneficial. And I think that's what it all comes down to. So I put in there, I'm going to ask Chef Estela. She gave me the name of Chef Lamoy. I'm going to ask her about him. He does living foods locally. and his contact information is in there. Anyone have any specific questions?
Yes, I go there now for the, Jeff, why don't you take a photo of the final dishes so then we can put them in the, video.
Okay, I'm going to mute Chef Estela. All right. Okay, Joan. I'll ask that question, Joan, about your about potentially your daughter's situation. Okay, I'm going to ask Chef Estela to unmute. I just muted you while you were on your break. Can you ask Jeff to unmute you? All right, you're live. Okay. Chef Estela, you told me about Chef Lemoy and his living foods. Do you want to share with us about Chef Lemoy?
Yes, thank you, yes. This is the week that I expect you to eat at least one or two of this living food. And I want to suggest that you can find Chef Lamoy on Saturdays at Glacier Farm on US 1 and Margaret Street. Glacier Farm puts up a tent and she's there. She's an entrepreneur and her devotion is to help people eat more live food or living food. On Sunday, she is at the Pinecrest Food Market also, and you can taste her delicious food. Everything is live food, living food, and raw. So because this week, I just introduced you to all this beautiful live food or living food. So I suggest that if you decide to eat a whole day of living food, it's going to be great. If you can at least do the energy soup or the green smoothie and a green salad with some of the sprouts, this is going to help you a lot and you are going to see a lot of difference. You're going to feel lighter. And I think that Stu has the number that he can put on the chat about Chef Lamoy.
Yes.
Her phone number, you can call her. And even though she does some classes privately also, she can prepare some, but the best thing is to go and just taste her food. So this is what is important. And well, I hope that you can try at least some of this delicious live food and start adding sprouts. This is at least one that you can add. Yes.
Yeah, I think the topics today with living food and live food with sprouting and basically the life of the of sprouting and the energy and the food nutrition you get from that is new to a lot of people. I like watching and hearing from you all the time when you discuss this because it's so profound and it's really no comparison to incorporating any of this, even if it's a small amount, each day or throughout the week, versus standard way that people eat, because those are all, it's not live food. It's all processed dead food, and it's really not enhancing your life. It's just, do you want to survive or do you want to thrive? I think that's the way you got to look at things and what decisions you're going to make. We have a question, Chef Estela, from Joan. She'd like to know, her daughter is expecting soon. She's pregnant, and she's wondering if she can get all of the nutrients from food instead of vitamins. I guess instead of taking vitamins.
Sure, yes. We are going to recommend her some plant-based doctor. Okay, there is a Dr. Clapper. It is telemedicine that she can consult, and of course, the main food, as Dr. Bernard said from Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, this is another good source that they have, even though they have all the type of food that they need for mothers who are expecting babies and for babies. So this is another great resource. Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, pcrm.org, that I showed last class, but even though if you can put it on the chat, pcrm.org. Also, we have Dr. Clapper with telemedicine. And can you please, I think that I have in there about the telemedicine, so you can consult with him from the comfort. I think that I have that from his own home. If not, we can try to get it. Yes, here we have. He's another plant-based doctor, and all the food, all the vitamins and the minerals all come from real food like this one, from whole food. So the only thing that you have to supplement is B12 and any other that, because she's pregnant, she may want, and that would be a good opportunity to go to pcrm.org. They have a clinic in there too. They do telemedicine. And as Dr. Bernard says, you don't need vitamins and minerals, nothing. Everything comes from whole food. Everything. You see all the nutrients, all the proteins that they have, all this one. And then when she has a baby, also then to start giving these green smoothies, right? They give that. So Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, they have guides for mothers, but I would suggest that she can try to consult any of these plant-based doctors. Here we have telehealth, Michael Clapper. And the phone number is 908-455-80, low battery, 80, but they can hear me. Okay, also, I'm sorry. So Dr. Clapper, telemedicine, plant-based telehealth. So there are plenty of plant-based doctors that they can advise you right as everything comes from whole food, all the nutrients. But it's also good that you may consult with any of these doctors. So telemedicine with Dr. Clapper, I recommend it. Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine.org. They have guides for pregnant women and expectant mother, children, babies from 0 age until 95 or 100 years old. This is the miracle of real food, whole food coming directly from nature, trying not to use the chemical food. It's not really very expensive now. There are many options of organic food, frozen food that you can get from Costco, for example. You can also get some organic frozen vegetables and quinoa from BJ also too. They have a lot of organic, real food. Also, the other doctor that we have in Miami is Dr. Borja. I don't have, but I can give you the information that, or you can look up also. He's a plant-based doctor. So that is another option that you can consult. And so he's also a chef. So anything that I can help, with what a doctor tells you, helping you and coaching you in order to make all this easier, okay? Nick Borja, B like in boy, O-R-J-A, 305-702-0113. 305-702-0111. Nick Borja. Even you can Google, and he's going to show up there, So he's a young doctor with children also too. The other thing that I recommend is that if she can get in touch with Lamoy. Jeff Lamoy raised her 7 children, all using plant-based living food and plant-based good cooked food. As I say, the cooked food is, as I'm showing you, it has to be cooked at the right temperature. So there's plenty, and yes, the answer is yes. She can get all the minerals and vitamins and things from whole food plant-based. And then there is that they can consult with these doctors for a specific. Yes, any other question?
Yeah, I want to mention, I just put Dr. Borges' website in there, and on his
Thank you.
First page, it says that lifestyle is the foundation for health. The American Diabetes Association is quoted as saying lifestyle changes can prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. The American Cancer Society is quoted as saying many cancers could be prevented through healthy eating and physical activity. The American Heart Association states your lifestyle is your best defense against heart disease and stroke. And the Alzheimer's Association says lifestyle choices such as physical activity and diet may help prevent Alzheimer's. Now, we can have all the information in the world. It's the intention, it's the information, it's the follow through. So this information, if it resonates with you, if you have any questions, you know where to reach us, but the follow through is what's key in all of this. And we have another question or two. Is the Robert's asking, the Greens Blend original, is the Greens Blend berry okay? I guess he was talking about there's 2 different blends, original and maybe the blends berry.
To blend berries, yes, you can blend berries. Remember that we gave about the chia with berries, right? We gave the first recipes with that. If you can go to the ebook or then you can call me to tell you. Yes, you can leave them overnight or you can blend them. Okay, it's better to blend them. Okay. If you have problems blending, it is the best thing that you can do. Now, blended the greens also. So okay. Remember the recipe of today. Yes.
Excuse me. What I was talking about was you recommended Amazing Grass Greens Blend, the original, but I find that a little hard to tolerate. And I noticed they have an Amazing Blends Greens Blend with berry powder. Is that the same? I mean, more or less, or different?
Well, everything comes from the fresh. And of course, yes, this is a very good, I like that Amazing Grass, because if you read ingredients, it's just the powder of wheatgrass. It doesn't have any other. Yes, it is the real thing, but of course.
But there's one that says green, but there's one that says green grass with a berry blend.
Oh, okay.
So that formulation may have berries, yeah.
This is different. What other ingredient it has? You can have that too. Okay.
Okay.
But if I want to have only alone, it's also, and it's mild. It is that. Yeah, you can use that too also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If it is a little bit difficult, yes, also some add berries, low glycemic fruits. And if you have to use a little bit, you have a stevia, all right? Stevia, if you want to try stevia, or else a little bit of the coconut nectar that is low glycemic.
Okay.
So we try to use vegetables and fruits and all that are low glycemic. So in your case, this is what is going to help you the most. You can have also glycemic, high glycemic food that's, for a special occasion or something. But in general, when you get used to that, you don't need any more sweeteners, okay? Everything's come from the whole, and if you can tolerate, and if you feel that, just eat it, whether it's high in sugar, but you can still eat some, like half a banana, the noise, please, it's open. He can do that now, please, I'm sorry, the noise, okay, sorry. Carlos is trying to help me and wash. Okay, he's the chef here helping me with that. So sorry, but yes, sure. Any other question, Robert? Yes, that is fine, and I know that is very hard. The other one, so we better try to make the energy soup, and you can add the Granny Smith apple or this energy soup. And you just add one red apple, or you can even add 2 red apples. So the idea is that it makes easier for you to drink, and it's better to make it in the blender. Also, the powder is good, but it's good to have the fresh leafy greens and the sprouts, as I show you today, that you can buy them. You don't have to go and start. It is too much at the beginning. You want to learn because I went through all that, and then you want to start doing it. That's why I say it's not that I am advocating, but I'm suggesting for you to start benefit. Then as later, then I can give you some other classes, or we really want people to get better, to start. It is our mission, Jeff and my mission too, so we can help you, because you feel so good that when you start eating this way, you have all the sugar, you have all the minerals, vitamins, and everything that the body needs. Okay, you don't need any other, only the B12 and some specific that a doctor can tell you that you may need, and also for any supplements. Try not to use conventional supplements. Okay, so try to see that are the best. So
thank you, Robert.
Life, for example, it is a very good company that have very good supplements.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is just you have to get dip your toe in the swimming pool before you jump in. If it's not going to be palatable, if you're going to go the route of with the benefits of wheatgrass, however you get it with the powder, or if you make it, or you go to a juice bar or whatever, if it turns you off and you say, if you have a very spicy soup, that there are soups that are not spicy, it's mild. There are mild soups, there are cream soups, I'm saying. There are different. So if you're going to make yourself a smoothie and it happens to be not sweet, and you're used to a sweet food, you have to slowly acclimate to reduce the amount of sweetness. So if you need a whole banana or a half a banana, or if you need some dates in there, if you need something that, some blueberries, you'll get used to it after a while. And actually you won't even, from my experience, after a while, if it's too sweet, it'll be too off-putting. So you have to make it suitable for you to reap the benefits. And if you're going to give up in the beginning because you're so rigid, then you're never going to get to the end result. And the end result is the goals that you set for yourself, and realistic expectations. So any other questions? Okay.
I have to say that spices are very, very important. Spices, you just buy, and I show some basic spices that you can have. And the food doesn't have to be blunt. With the spices, because in reality, what we eat and what we desire are the spices in the food, and we don't realize about that. So by adding your favorite spices, so remember that the spices are irradiated, so that's why they need to be organic, so non-irradiated. So it is good to say, well, I'm going to spend and buy one, okay, one the organic no salt seasoning from Costco. It is a very good option. You have all the spices in there, so that you can start with.
I love that spice. I use it once or twice a day
Yes,
for lunch and dinner, or lunch or dinner. I use that spice, and it
yeah.
really is good. Okay.
Yes, I know that the wheatgrass is very, very strong, but I needed to show where it comes from
Yes, of
and all
course.
that. And when you get a powder, read the ingredients that it has only wheatgrass, because there are many others that have barley and have all that. You can find a good blend with berries. If this is good for you because you need something sweet, so have that, you know. And remember the digestion starts in your mouth. So when you are going to taste something for the first time, you need to have that juice, that smoothie, and even though you can chew it, even if it is liquid, and have it for a while, and work in a while in your mouth first. This is very important. That is the way that you are going to change your taste buds. They change. They start changing. Say, oh my God! Now I realize how I was eating, and now all of a sudden I feel completely different. So remember to just have that juice or that food first in your mouth. This is happy for a while and all that. So, and then you swallow it.
Okay. Any last minute questions? I know we started a few minutes late today for some of the latecomers, but we appreciate that you're on here. Robert has another question. Yes, Robert.
There's somebody by the name of Lana that's trying to ask you a question, but I guess you don't see her.
Let's see. Maybe not. Let's see if I can.
She's
Yeah.
waving her hand.
Yes,
She's wearing.
Thank you, Robert. We'll have you as a co-host next
All
week.
right.
yes,
All right.
please. If you
All
see
right,
something,
Lana, go ahead.
because I don't have access to the chat now. It's a Stu.
Yes.
You know, we turn
Sorry,
that
Lana.
Stu. But if I haven't answered any question, thank you. If you see any, just
Okay, Lana, you're on.
yes, Lana.
Okay. I wanted to know if can you eat the wheatgrass in its original state?
No, you cannot eat the wheatgrass because the human body cannot digest that type of fiber. No, that's why you need a special juicer, or there are many people that chew it very well. You need to be very careful, and then you spit it out. This is a way that they will do it at the beginning, you know, when Dr. and
Okay.
Wigmore start and all that. But you have to make sure, because the body cannot digest that. The juice, yes. So that's why that you need, it's not really expensive, a juicer that is for wheatgrass and vegetables. Okay. This
Okay.
is the best
Thank you.
you can get, yes.
If you do your
Any other
research,
questions?
or if you have any questions about juicers, I'm sure you can contact us at earthsavemiami.org, and we can answer your questions. If you do your research and you want a blessing on something or what other people are using, feel free to ask us. We'll be
Sure,
glad to
yes.
do that. So with that, I want to thank everyone that's viewing with us today, our participants, and every one of you for watching. We look forward to seeing you next week on week number 4 of this journey of the iCare
5.
Healthy
It's
Living
going to be
Workshop.
5 already.
5, yes. 5
Yes.
and then 6. So
5
thank
and
you,
6, and then graduation.
Chef Estela, as always. Thank you for your great information today. Hope everybody has a good week. And until next time, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.